Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. So in this video, I'm going to cover 3 things you should know about this full moon, June 14th, 2022. At the end of this video, I'm going to pull a few cards from the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland, and just to see what the energies will be between the 2 full moons, this one and the next. So, number 1, this is a time of moving away from toxic people and toxic situations. Those things and people, actual people, that aren't for our highest good. And I know that can be quite difficult. I know that's a big goal, especially when you're talking about, people that you may be related to or that you've been with for a long time. But you may find that your vibrations are going up where theirs are either stagnating or going down. This is a time where old beliefs, patterns, emotions, reactions, people, work situations, they may not fit or belong in your life anymore. And this is the start of it. This is a really powerful full moon. So you may feel like you are a little antsy, like you're ready for some change, but it's because you in your life are reorganizing. And it's going to make you more sensitive. So if you're an empath, oh boy, you're going to already be, you're already sensitive, right? And now you're going to be a bit more sensitive. And, emotionally, you might feel a little vulnerable or a little reactive. So keep your emotions in check. But, the nice thing about being sensitive is that it also makes you perceptive, right? So it can boost your perception of what you need to do, of maybe the truth of the matter, the truth of people around you, but it also may cause a little emotional turmoil too. It's because you're discerning what is you and what's not you, right? Sometimes we let our ego get in the way and we get so caught up in things that, it's nice to sort of take a step back and really figure out, who am I? And literally, you're lightening your vibration. And, you're going to be more authentic and you'll be more grounded at the end of the day. Number 2, you may feel like you have some root chakra issues. So your root chakra, that's the one that's considered to be red in color. It's at the base of your tailbone. And it has to deal with those very human, earthly things, okay? Your survival, for instance. But it's going to bring up issues with things that you are attached to. And it may start to shake that a little bit. You may start to get a fear of losing them. And it can kick you into that fight or flight, survival mode, that sort of thing, and make you feel like you have some issues around safety, security. But just know, just like the World card in Tarot, that you're closing that chapter. Okay, this is something that you need to go through, but you're not going to stay through it forever. You're closing that chapter because you're breaking these old patterns and you're becoming more motivated and more inspired as you move forward. Number 3, you may feel like you're becoming more reflective, more introspective, craving meditation even. You're going within so you can start going outwards, so you can start moving forwards in the 3-dimensional world, so to speak. And, this is like the World card in Tarot, where you're ending one phase to begin a new one, okay? So, I liken a lot of this to that card where you're ending one phase, you're going into a new one. And what I would say is, you could also tie in the Wheel of Fortune card too, I think, because, that has to do with, the wheel of karma spinning and, your destiny and your fate. And so what you want to do is, because you want the best destiny that you can possibly have, is set your intentions to manifest those things that you want, right? Like the Magician card. And how does the magician work? Well, he does it through intentions. You don't make magic by happenstance. So you do it through control. And how can you control that? Well, you can write down what your intentions are at this time. What is it that you wish to manifest? You can use the law of attraction. I am so happy and grateful that I have the perfect job for me, a soulmate relationship, an amazing new home. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, put it in the present tense. And, you're not focusing on the past. You're not worrying about the future. You are being mindful. And, you know, when you're mindful, you're engaging your five senses. And by engaging your five senses and keeping them in the present moment, that helps to kick in your sixth sense, right? Your intuition. And our intuition truly can help guide us if you allow it to be. And so this is a time where you set your intentions to manifest and create that life that you desire. And, you know, you may want to question your identity a little bit as you do this, right? Because this is bringing out a little shadow work with all of this, a little bit of having to look at some of those things about yourself that you may not like. We all have things about ourselves that we don't like. But if you don't address them and deal with them, then that's going to become a problem, isn't it? Right? You can't let it go on forever. You don't want to cling to the past. So my message is with all of this, with this full moon, it's all about you moving forward. So I'm going to pick 3 cards from the Moonology deck. And let's just look at what the energies are going to be in between the 2 full moons. So you can have a little insight. So you can have an idea of what to expect. This is also, by the way, a wonderful time to charge your tarot decks, your oracle decks, your crystals, anything like that. Even if you have a special candle that you like to use, you know, when you do rituals or meditations, you can even put that out in the moonlight, right? You charge them by putting them in the moonlight. So if you have a windowsill where the moon comes in, or if it's not raining, you know, you can put your objects outside and give them like a nice boost. Okay, so the first card here, interesting. So this is called the Void of Course Moon, and it says nothing will come of this situation. So if you kind of just stay in that void and you're not like the Magician or the Chariot, and you don't put some energy forward and you don't take some, you know, like use some control, you're not going to move forward with manifesting and creating, right? You know, you have to really state your intentions. I do believe there's power in writing. There is something magical about writing things down. And so make it really clear to the universe what it is that you want, so you're not just stuck in this void, because this is telling us, okay, some people are just going to be stuck in this void. You don't want that to be you, so prevent it. That's the nice part about using tarot and oracle cards, is that you can see what's coming and then you can see how to make little adjustments, right? The next card, take time to breathe out. And this is called the disseminating moon. So that's what I was saying with the number 3. This is a good time for reflection, introspection, meditation. Take some you time. Look at your identity. Are you having and being everything that you want? You know, it's okay in our busy lives to sometimes take that step back and say, okay, I need a breather, and practice self-care. You know, give yourself a bath. Eat some good food, have some good clean water, keep yourself hydrated. Sometimes it's the little things, especially where we have some root chakra issues coming up. You want to take care of your human body, right? I know some of you are very, very spiritual, but you are in a human vessel and you want to keep it as healthy as humanly possible, no pun intended. And then next is the new moon in Gemini card, and its communication is key. So I think as you're moving away from toxic people and situations, and you're breaking free of some of these old beliefs and patterns, emotions, your reactions, you need to communicate with people in a way that's not reactive, in a way that's respectful, loving, that's for your highest good and their highest good, right? Because emotions can run high at this time, but you don't want to do anything unkind. You don't want to do anything to hurt anyone. You are just trying to be the best you that you can be. So make sure that with your communications, and also to communicate with people with what you're doing, let them know, okay, this is what I'm trying to work on right now. And I wouldn't necessarily get too specific because you don't need people's negativity coming at you, like saying, oh, well, you could never manifest that, right? But if you have someone that is supportive, I would communicate what you're doing with them, because you don't want anyone that's going to throw negative energy at you. But, communication is key at this time, so there's no hostility. So, all right, everyone, in the comments below, put down what you found the most useful in this video and how you plan on spending the full moon. Bye, everyone.